Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Smiling Dread 4, and I am here in post-commentary to bring to you another episode of Lightning Returns Final Fantasy XIII. So, in our last episode or session or whatever you want to call it, we basically just decided to go to the ultimate lair just to say, what the heck, why not? We got one more day, might as well party hard. And inside, we learned of the challenge, how battles do not stop time, how you cannot use cross-stasis, but more importantly, how all the enemies here in the ultimate lair are last ones. A bit of a challenge, but I proposed to you guys that I would beat all the Omegas in this area. Guaranteed. Now, you may be wondering, why post-commentary? Because, frankly, I felt like commentary kind of derailed me a bit when I was recording the previous episode. In which case, it wasn't as fluid, there wasn't much fun to it. I couldn't really interact with you guys, and when I did, it ended up making me seem like an idiot when I was fighting. So I decided, you know what, just do pre-record footage, you should be good to go. So with that said, let's get into this fight. I think I've explained myself quite enough. Now it's time to explain the real important stuff. Here we have the Cyclops Omega, one of the big three weapon-dropping enemies. Now, like Reaver, he's not difficult, at least at first. Basically what you need to do is if you have it, cast D-Brave, D-Protect, and Slow. Slow will make him so he can't attack you as much, obviously. D-Brave, not as painful. D-Protect makes your heavy slashes, attacks, and flame strikes much more powerful. Now once you get him down to a stagger gauge, make sure you use all your heavy slashes in your Dark News and then go over to Overclock as I did, just to get it ready for a launch attack. Once you launch him, it's as easy as 4 combos, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 heavy slash, you're good to go. But here's where things become a little more difficult. As you see, he did a Rage move, and Rage makes him much more powerful and much more dangerous, as you're going to see right now. Completely obliterated me. And I did not have heavy guard whatsoever, so you have to be really careful when he's in this phase. And it only happens when he's down below half his HP. So that makes it even more the worse. Also, perfect heavy guard is detrimental. Saying that right now. But besides that, the strategy will remain the same throughout the entire battle. Just keep throwing heavy splashes, flame strikes, all that stuff, until he's staggered. Once you're able to stagger him, you're good to go. Now, if you need to, use one of your EPs for a Kiraga effect. Always a handy thing. You may think that, well, what about Overclock? Well, don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, we're lucky. Because we get few launches, and then one final smite layer that does maximum damage, and goodbye to Cyclops. And he goes down for the count. And within almost 2 minutes, you get an easy 5-star ranking, about 1 million score. And your EP gets restored, along with getting yourselves a level 4 charge strike, which as it applies. But more importantly, we get the Destroyer weapon. Destroyer increases strength by 750 and magic by 520. Why it's not the same, I do not know. Do not ask me. But most importantly, it also has Hard Hitter level 2. What that does is makes enemies more likely to recoil when you actually hit them, as it is always anything, especially with this enemy. Should we actually be able to perform it? I do not know, but here we have the most annoying one. Okay, actually that's a lie. I could find more annoying enemies in this area, but he's definitely on top high of this. Desert Sahagin, strategy is rather the same. You'll be able to knock him out of his sand phase once you heavy guard him or you hit him with wind attacks. Now, one thing you have to be careful with, especially if you're playing this on the Xbox 360 version, be ready for the frame rate drops, as I can count many times when I have done moves that I wish I had not done throughout the fight. One will be coming up later on, but yeah, frame rates, always a disgusting concept. And again, on my PlayStation 3 run, nothing like that happened. So it's either I'm cursed, or Xbox 360 users are not as lucky. Which kind of makes a little sense. Now, one thing that I actually did not do during this fight, which I wish I had, is that I should have used Heavy Guard on him, or not Heavy Guard, Heavy Slash on him, because if you remember, one of my, well actually no, that wouldn't work because of what I have equipped, but if you have a Warrior Hunter's Mask, plus a Heavy Slash, steal that haste from him, you're good to go. I did not actually think that through, so it actually takes me a long time to actually get rid of him. Also, one of the instances where an enemy is annoying and not difficult. Difficult? Has a lot of HP, you have to be extra careful. Annoying? He's just hard to hit and actually kill. Complete difference. And as for the frame rate drops, those add to the equation here, in my case. By the way, I'm just realizing this now, I should also mention to you guys, this is my 4th time recording this. So, if I seem a bit tired or a little lackluster, or I'm just repeating things out of my A, I do apologize to you guys. But, I'm tired and I really just want to get this done with. Elgato sucks for post-commentary that's longer than 13 minutes, ironically enough. Anyway, there you have Desert Sahagin. Now, we get 2-star rankings, with only a few seconds higher than before. Shows to go that these guys have different scores based on different time sets. It's a bit stupid, but I guess it can make some sense. What we just grabbed there is the Bandit Scarf. Increases ATB by 10% and also acts as a Warrior or Mage Hunter's Mask. In which case, if you use Heavy Slash on any enemy with it equipped, you will either steal their Protect, their Bravery, their Faith, and their Haste. I don't know why I always put the Protect in there, or their Protection. That's always the thing with me. It's a little odd. Alright, next up, here we have Skatane. Skatane is one of the few enemies that you will have to learn to be reckless with, compared to other enemies, as if you want to stagger him, you have to attack him while he attacks you. Meaning you have to get all close and personal, like I am. He constantly kicks you, you constantly slash at him, and hopefully you'll stagger him before he gets you down to a low amount of HP. In which case, yeah, you should be good. But here I have him, he'll kick, Heavy Slash, good to go. Once he is staggered, you'll have a long-lasting curse effect on him that cannot be cured. As you know, curse makes any enemy unable to attack because of resistance, or their recoil is, well, abysmal. Meaning this is your chance to take him down. Hit with everything you got, flame strikes, attacks, heavy slashes, do not let your guard down. Because once it wears off, he goes back on the same grind as before, and as you can see with me, we are only halfway there and I'm very low on HP. Which is not something that you should be hoping for. Also, one mistake that I make soon enough. Oh, here it goes. I use one X potion. Now healing, great idea. The one thing I just noticed after fighting him is that he drops 2.25 EP. Barely more than enough for one single Kiraga, so should you need to use Kiraga at least once, by all means, do it. Don't waste an X potion unless this is your second time at a low HP in this fight. In which case, I applaud you for it. But besides that, try to avoid that at all costs, because it also becomes detrimental in what I plan on doing later on in the video. Here I am checking to see how much HP he has left, because again, he's annoying as he has so much HP and so much resistance. But hopefully I think we're getting close to actually beating this guy. Take a lot of damage from that. Go one flame strike, bang, you're done. And then, shing! Ah! The powerful blade. And also abysmal score for 2 minutes. Square Enix has some high standards. But at the very least, you have exterminated the last of the Skatane, and you get a punch level 4. And more importantly, the Enlister's Gloves. Enlister's Gloves? They deal more damage if you are attacking at close range. In other words, it's a physical kind of boost. An only physical boost. If you do Heavy Slash, increases damage. If you're doing something like Dandara, most likely it won't count as that benefit. Which can be painful at times. admittedly.
I'm ready. Are you?
I hope you're ready, Lightning, because now we have Hanuman, in which, ironically enough, you actually don't need to be ready for him. Well, sort of. Hanuman is one of the rare cases in which case he is one of the easiest Omegas to actually face. Yes, I say that easily. Why? Well, because once you have an arrow in effect, or an arrow as an effect, you pretty much won the fight. And Windwalker's Bracelet makes sure of that, as he recoils at any wind attack, especially physical. So you do not have to worry about this. Now I'm going for a Kiraga right here. Please try to avoid that at all costs, if you can. You shouldn't need to, because as a sixth sense of irony in this, fighting a monkey Omega and all, they made it funny so to the point where, well, I think it's best if the game just shows you. 5-star ranking, 1.9 EP. Not enough for a Kiraga, which frustrates me so badly. But I won't let that harp on me. Also, that ability we got, the Electric Blitz, very rare to get. I believe that only the Hanumans can drop them. In which case, you will want them, especially for this next fight that's coming up, because with an Electric Blitz, the enemy cannot touch you. Straightforward.
This is where you'll find his failed subjects, grown wild and mad due to the force of the chaos.
Failed subjects just like us. Humans are stained with the chaos that gives us our hearts and souls. That's the reason why we fight. Wild. Good. A challenge.
Yeah, really. One of the most difficult ones in the episode, Zomak Omega. You guys know how much I struggled with him during the LP, and he was in his regular form, and he's more painful here to deal with. This fight took me about 3 to 4 attempts to actually get him dead. You know, without escaping and all that, which I try to avoid at all costs. Something you should not do in this dungeon is escape. Bad idea. Anyway, as for a strategy that you want to do here, constantly cast Thundara, and make sure to heavy slash every now and then, just to keep the stagger gauge at a certain threshold. Him being weak to Thunder is pretty easy to actually get him staggered, as I am not actually proving here. Actually, it took me a while to figure this out. Now, Electric Blitz, like I said earlier, Electric Blitz makes him unable to attack you. It's basically the Hanuman's wind physical attack. To use it, he's not gonna do anything to you. He's helpless. And that can be your greatest asset, as, well, we'll see soon enough, but, well, for one thing, it launches the enemy, which is always a good thing. But more importantly, when it does come up, oh, here it is, Tail Pummel. Use this to attack it. Or you see, something I just recently found out is that, well, I'm not sure which one it is, but basically, if you cut off the Zomak's tail, by doing that you can actually hit it, or to do that you do hit it, my mistake. If you do cut it off, either it staggers it, or loses a good chunk of his HP. So if possible, get rid of the tail. Makes things a lot easier. Here I am going for an overclock, seeing as I also have Heavy Slash, and I'm going for Army of 1 for the sake of, you know, just making sure to add the pace to it.
Your funeral.
Bing, 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 bing. And yes, it's your funeral, Zomak. Here it comes. Launch.
Time can't be stopped.
By the Army of 1. Doesn't do much damage, unfortunately. And of course it gets back soon enough. But you have all your ATB back, which is a good sign. And here comes the Heavenly Storm. Be ready to guard this, as always. Also, as we'll later see within this, yes, Electric Blitz does work on the Heavenly Storm front. However, if you Electric Blitz him in the middle of his attack, he'll immediately go to a Stampede form, in which case, you're defending against the storms, he'll just get a free hit at you. Not exactly a good thing that you want happening to you. So if you can, only use Electric Blitz when absolutely necessary. And here I go again for the Heavy Slash Army 1 combo. Just the Wombo freaking combo!
Let's do it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Go! Bang, 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 bang. Launch!
What's done is done.
Army of one! Punk! And he's almost dead. Now here's where things become a little detrimental for me. Since I don't have full 2 EP, I cannot use 1 overclock when I need to, which puts me at a bit of a disadvantage here. If I had made that mistake, I would be good to go. And as you saw right there, Electric Bliss, he did stampede during a heavenly stormfront, thus making me get hit by it regardless. Bit of a pain. How dare you bite me? Or how dare that you did bite me? Not exactly a cool thing. And also out of all the fights here, this one probably had me the closest to death. Look at this, 622 HP? Jeez. I do not know how I managed this. I somehow got lucky to beat this guy without losing or having to use a Phoenix Wing / Phoenix Down. And we are so close. Come on, what are you waiting for, Light? Finish him already! Heavy Slash, come on! There you go. Electric Blitz ends up being his killer. How funny. And we're down to abysmally low HP. But we did get a full 5 stars in 4 minutes. Our EP is all the way restored. And there goes Zomok, who by the way drops a rogue at level 4 for you guys.
God was trying to make beasts similar to humans, with hearts and minds of their own, but without the stain of Entro's touch.
That's not what he was trying to create.
As for his drop, the Storm Seal Jewel, 90% resistance to all lightning damage, or is it all wind damage? No, it's all wind damage. I remember that. But of course, it comes with the risk that everything else you are weak to abysmally.
At the heart of this hellish place should be the strongest beast of all, the closest God ever came to his perfect being. Expect me to
And
back
thank you,
down?
me, for shutting them up, because I cannot actually go through that much. Next up on our list, we have the Dryad Omega. Now, one thing I appreciate about this guy, being the last one and all, he cannot summon his allies to heal him. Or at the very least, he cannot heal, period, because we're going to take him down. All it takes is a few Faragas and perfectly placed Heavy Slashes, and he will go down for the count. Makes the job a lot simpler than you would expect. If only Gaunt were this easy, but no. For some reason, he is much tougher, and he's one of the first ones you encounter. Freaking Gaunt. And within 3 seconds, easy 5-star ranking, he drops Aurora level 4, which always bugs me because of the whole order of this. But more importantly, drops the Sniper's Gloves. Sniper's Gloves works like Enlister's Gloves. However, instead of having to be very close, you have to be very far away, hence the name. So this is good for any magic-based class. So if you have an elemental class, you're good to go. And now here on level 27, what a joke Omega, as I like to call it, the Rafflesia Omega.
Could be a problem.
You literally have to be the worst Lightning Returns character to actually lose this guy. During his nutrient absorption, one Faraga sends him to half of his HP. And a few strikes later, he is dead. And in 12 seconds, no less. Yes, 12 seconds, I memorized it. But that also takes care of the last Omega in the video. Man. Of course, he also drops attack level 4 because of reasons. And he drops a decent item. I can't remember what it's called. I want to actually go back into the video to see what it is. Skeleton's Earrings. Skeleton's Earrings increase the damage dealt by status element attacks like Deep Brave and Deep Protect by 100%, which I'm assuming means it's doubled, for your guys' sake. It's decent, but I never found the use for it, so I'm not gonna say too much about that. But with that said, we leave the ultimate lair. We are not done yet, mind you, but if you want to fight the rest of the guys, you do have to leave the ultimate dungeon. And here I am, just posing for the finale. By finale, I mean the ending for this. So, in our next episode, we will be taking care of the last Omegas in the ultimate lair. Hopefully this time around, I'll only have to do one single commentary session because I'm really tired at this point. This is my 4th time doing this, and I don't even know how much I can withstand anymore. And this is probably where I'd say, thank you guys so much for watching, but in reality you'll be seeing this in about 3 hours tops, or within the next day, so I'm not too concerned about that. But anyway, if you guys did enjoy, make sure you guys hit that like button, show me your guys' support, share this video with your friends should they need any help with this, and of course, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe here to the channel. And until next time, this is Smiling Dread 4 signing out. Have a great rest of your day, take care, and I hope to see you guys in the next video, where some more lightning returns.